just defined to you what it takes to be the best investor. I'm going to now walk you through the 10 qualities of the businesses. We're now going to look at the businesses and the qualities of the businesses that that person you're thinking of owns. 10. And I have to get them 10 out of 10 right. What's the likelihood of that? Pardon me? Easy? Pardon me? Highly unlikely, right? So, Helena, number 1. That person you're thinking of is an owner-operator of the business. Owner-operator in one. Am I right?
Right, yeah.
Number 2, that person you're thinking of, number 2, the businesses that that person owns, there's few people own those businesses. Heavy concentration of ownership of those businesses. Am I right?
Correct, yeah.
Number 3, that person, the business that person owns, there's personification between the business and the owner and the business. What I mean by that? When you think of Apple, whose face comes to mind? Steve Jobs, right? When you think of Steve Jobs, which business comes to mind? Apple. Am I right in terms of the person you're thinking of, the business that he or she owns, there's personal identification with the business and the owner and the business? Am I right?
Yes.
They can't hear you, yes?
Yes.
What's the score? 3 out of 3?
3 out of 3. Yeah.
Fourthly, the management style of that business would be described as autocratic. Am I right? It definitely is not a democracy. And Faisal, we talked about that just now, right? Am I right?
Yes, you're right.
What's the score?
4.
Number 5, the business style will be described as entrepreneurial.
Yes.
Number 6, there's low turnover of management in those businesses. Am I right?
You're right, yeah.
Eh?
Yes.
Number 7, there is whenever the business makes a profit, the profits have to be allocated. If it's a good allocation, the net worth of the owners increases. If it's a bad allocation, it decreases. They could go bankrupt. So it's tantamount to flip a coin, heads they win, tails they lose. The risk-reward for capital allocation endeavors is symmetrical. Risk-reward is symmetrical. Heads they win, tails they lose. Am I right?
You're right, yeah.
Number 8, the business that investor that you're thinking of sets goals for the long term, not driven by quarterly results. Am I right?
Yes.
Number 9, the absolute focus of the board is singular. Growth, growth, growth. Am I right?
You're right.
Number 10, the validation of success of the business is a function of margins, customer satisfaction, philanthropy, right? Growth, etc. Okay? So those are the 10 qualities that investor that you're thinking of, who you're thinking of, those businesses possess. So I define the 5 qualities of the investor and the 10 qualities of the business.